Welcome back to New York City and Madison Square Garden for another home opener. And as Al has mentioned several times, this crowd is ready for it. They're excited. There is a certain buzz in the air tonight as the Knicks begin their home season against the Portland Trail Blazers. And boy, do they love Amar'e Stoudemire already. Time for our scouting report, brought to you by NASDAQ for Mike D'Antoni's team. Clyde?
Push at all times. The Knicks should be looking to run and gun. They did a good job last night. Drive and kick. The Blazers are very relaxed on the defense once you make the second and third pass. And rebounding, they have to send everyone to the glass. So this is a Blazer team led by Marcus Camby, a resounding rebounding team.
Clyde, Stoudemire's in his 9th year in the league, so he's certainly a veteran. Does he have butterflies tonight?
Oh, yeah. Whether you're a rookie or a 10-year vet, opening night always brings out the butterflies.
Landry Fields, too. You wonder what he's thinking with all the hoopla surrounding the introductions as former Knick Marcus Camby out there for Portland, and they control the tip.
Fields is seemingly impervious to the pressure. Batum, 6'8", looking to post up Felton.
Batum, they think is going to be a special player for them in just his 3rd year in the league. He's only 21 years old from France, gets them on the board.
He's averaging 17 a game. That's a tough matchup for the Knicks.
Felton and Roy guarding each other, at least on this particular possession.
They need Gallo to erupt tonight.
Stoudemire goes. It can be stripped down low, picked up by Gallinari. A couple of fakes. Now falling away. Line drive won't go.
Intimidation that time. You can see Camby. Too much respect Gallinari showing him on that play.
Camby always amongst the leaders in shot blocking.
Averaging 2 right now is Marcus Camby.
Roy with the jump shot. Hand in his face. Good defense from Gallinari. Roy thought he got hit.
Fields is a good rebounder. Has excellent timing in corralling those rebounds.
There's Raymond Felton, who's been very solid in his first couple of games, Clyde.
He has. Good orchestrator, penetrator.
Felton tied up. Stoudemire. Too strong. Mozgov tips it out to the offensive rebound.
New shot clock. The ball hit the rim.
Gallinari, his couple of game struggles have been well chronicled. And you can see he's rushing it right now.
And no reason. If you don't feel it, don't shoot it.
Let's talk about the right wrist that has been sore on him, but according to everybody, nice pass inside. Batum able to put it in.
That's a mismatch, Mike. They got to do something with Felton and Batum.
Well, with Gallinari, he says the wrist is fine. And Stoudemire gets inside. Very few big men can stay with Stoudemire off the dribble like that. He's got such quickness. Aldridge calling for it. Mozgov will guard him. Leans in. Shot won't go. Good defense that time from the Russian rookie.
Stoudemire looking as well to help out.
Felton gets inside and gets the layup.
Matador D that time by Miller. Felton with feline quickness. Previously it was Amar'e to the hoop.
Fans so into the game. They were chanting defense on the very first possession, 7 seconds into the game. And Clyde, that's one of the things that you've noticed already in the first couple of games. There's a much more commitment to defense from the players on the floor.
Right, they play in their team defense. No longer when my man beats me is my man. It's the team's man, and they're averaging 10 block shots per game. So hostility in the paint by the Knicks thus far.
Miller left open and knocks it down. Miller now in his 12th year of the veteran point guard.
Miller shoots a set shot. Doesn't even jump off the floor.
Stoudemire from 3. That won't go.
That one you kind of want him to put back, Mike. You know, they're going to allow him to take that shot, a 3-pointer.
They'll let him take it every time. It's the one they want to see him take.
Exactly.
And a hard foul. And Stoudemire hits Aldridge.
Aldridge 6'11", averaging 13 a game. He can be elusive as well, create some havoc in the paint. Knicks don't want to start hacking and whacking here. Now they have 2 team fouls.
Camby alley-oop to Aldridge, trying to slam it in. Batum able to save it. It hit the rim, so a new 24.
So now the Knicks have changed that matchup now. Felton is no longer on Batum.
Brandon Roy gets it to go, a three-pointer for Roy. One of the best guards in the NBA.
He's a 50% shooter from downtown.
Felton is balanced as Gallinari's three. Won't go. Fields comes flying in and got hit. And there's the athleticism of Landry Fields.
And the exquisite timing, Mike, that I alluded to. Watch Fields time this ball in this shot. Watch how he times it superbly. Camby didn't see him coming. So the Knicks will not shoot. They have possession along the side.
They're saying obviously that he didn't have control, but that seemed to be that he did. They'll take it out of bounds. Early 5-point lead for Portland. Portland's already had to sit through a couple of opponents' home openers. They did it in L.A. They're sitting patiently here tonight at the Garden.
You like the home openers, Mike, but you hate it when you hit the team on the road.
Mozgov blocked by Aldridge.
Carrying off of a Knick.
Portland Trailblazers last year won 50 games, but got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, which has been the case the last several seasons. They're still without 2 key players, Greg Oden and Joel Brisbilla, the 2 centers who've had all sorts of knee problems. No timetable from Oden, Brisbilla close to returning. Miller, that set shot again.
And that play again with Felton trying to guard Batum, requiring double teaming.
And Stoudemire again taking Camby off the dribble. So Camby picks up his second. And the Knicks will inbound.
Watch how Portland looking to exploit Felton. See right here, Batum 6'8", Felton 6'1". Requires a double team. Miller uncontested. So the Knicks have been hurt by that mismatch.
There's Nate McMillan in his 6th year as head coach. His contract is up at the end of this year, and he has no problems with them not extending it during the season. He says, I'm fine with that. They're going to see what I do. We'll talk after the year is done. Some feel Portland could take that step. If they get Oden back, they could be one of the best in the West.
Not too bad without Oden.
Nope. Mozgov drives. Low basket, offensive foul. Andre Miller.
The veteran Miller sneaking in there to draw the charging violation. Watch Mozgov, once he leaves his feet, you're vulnerable. See right there, he's in the air. Miller holding his ground.
It looked like he just got outside the restricted area.
Oh. Stoudemire doing a good job of helping out.
Miller wants a post-up. He's a good post-up point guard, although Felton has some strength to deal with that.
They're not respecting Alberto. Stoudemire is helping off with him.
Aldridge flips it up. That won't go. Alberto just checked in. He just signed him. Again with the injuries at their center position. Stoudemire across the lane. Goes in. Count it and foul. Aggressive move from Stoudemire. And he's got a chance for a three-point play.
Stoudemire held bent to the hoop. He has a couple other fouls, but we're none shooting. Look at the diagonal cut and the finish. So Stoudemire too elusive for the Blazers. Camby and Alberto. So he's at the line now to shoot one.
Stoudemire, last night's game, 13 free throw attempts. The ball knocked out of bounds. Portland will take it. It's one of the keys for Stoudemire. He gets to the line, and he's normally a very good free throw shooter for a big man. Really worked on his free throws when he had those knee problems back in Phoenix when he couldn't run, so he concentrated on his shooting. Not only helped his free throw, helped his mid-range game quite a bit.
He averaged 10 free throw attempts during the preseason, Lamar, so he's going to be a frequent visitor to the line. Backdoor for Roy.
Gallinari got caught. And an easy 2 for Brandon Roy. Knicks down 7. Felton, a little out of control, but tough move to the basket. He went right at Alberto.
And Felton utilizing his left hand. He's a righty.
Felton trying to sell a hard screen. Ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Fields.
Game very physical right now.
At both ends.
Yep. A lot lot of picking and rolling. Officials letting them play.
Punching and crunching, Clyde. And again, chance of defense. Roy. Alberto the rebound. Nice pass down low, but Aldridge couldn't handle it. Alberto's such a crafty player. At that time, the pass a little bit too low. Felton looks over to Mike D'Antoni and calls out a play as he comes up the floor. Stoudemire has Alberto on him. Knicks would love that one-on-one. Miller nearly with the steal. Ball knocked loose. Fields is going to have to shoot it. Goes underneath. Reverse layup at the buzzer as the shot clock expires. Running the field, Gallinari tips it, but right to Roy. Blocked by Stoudemire. But off the glass and a goaltend.
You like the effort by Amari, not quitting on the play. And dramatic action that time. Fields beating the clock. Amari with the rejection, but in vain. It was on the glass.
Fields inside Gallinari. Gets around Batum and puts it in. And that's what Gallinari, maybe get him going from the outside. Just see the ball go in the basket a little bit, even down low.
Yeah, that should help his confidence. And this pace has quickened now.
Pass inside. And Roy gets hit by Fields. Knicks foul on the rookie.
Knicks vulnerable to the backdoor play.
Second foul on Fields. Knicks down 3 here in the first. The home opener. Cut that in half with a couple of three-pointers from Wilson Chandler. Meanwhile, the Knicks will be back home again Tuesday night against the Magic. Live from the Garden. Live coverage gets underway at 7 with Knicks game night. Action tips off at 7:30 Tuesday night on MSG. Who's he supposed to be?
Some team.
You used to have a jacket like that, by the way. The Halloween spirit certainly evident.
Yeah, well, you know, tomorrow is Sunday, so a lot of people are celebrating tonight.
Could be a couple of interesting get-togethers this evening in New York City.
Yeah, it's going to be wild out on the street tonight.
I want you to go right home after the game. Yeah, Clyde, I like your Halloween spirit with that jacket.
Yeah, I was getting an early start. I left the pants though, Mike. I didn't want to be too illuminating tonight.
Roy on the pull-up. Roy 3 of 8. Stoudemire poked away nicely by Camby.
Stoudemire averages a lot of turnovers, so he's starting to cough it up now.
Camby not just, he's always had really good defensive instincts and timing. Batum straight on 3. And Chandler, the rebound. Chandler 5 boards here in the first half, so he continues to do a better job rebounding. Stops and goes short on that 3. Gets another offensive board to the basket. Banks it in and a foul. A big spark from Chandler. And the Knicks desperately needed it. They're back within 4.
So Chandler, watch the Blazers relax on this shot. Batum going forward, ill-advised, and right there, no one gets the wheels creating off the glass. So he has 2 conventional three-point plays. Now looking for this one.
Well, Chandler last year averaged just over 5 rebounds a game. But for this Knicks team, which rebounding is early on been a weakness, he needs to get 7 or 8 a game. As we mentioned, he had 8 last night.
And methodically, the Knicks have worked themselves back into the game.
And rebounding a part of it, they're +1 on the boards.
Now they're looking to exploit the mismatch. Good job by Felton, not going for it. Aldridge, a good screen.
Roy kicks it out. Camby's always like that corner jumper. Air ball. Aldridge. No. 24-second violation. Did not get it off in time.
This is what the perseverance the Knicks showed last night against the Celtics. They fell behind, came back, doing a good job now.
Coming up on 4 minutes remaining. First half, crowd back into the game. Miller deflects it. Moskoff, the fake. Gets inside. Wild shot, though. Camby saves it nicely.
Watch Miller here, post you up. Old school, backing. Good job by Felton.
But Aldridge had great position and a foul on Moskoff. The thing about Felton, now he's not very tall, so other guards will like to post him up, but his strength negates the lack of height.
Right. See Felton, Miller making him shoot the fadeaway. Good job by then Aldridge right there, clobbers. They go to the line.
Second foul on Moskoff. Aldridge in his 5th year now in the league. He's their second leading scorer last couple of years. Misses that one. Averaged just under 18 a game.
You talk about young, like Roy in his 5th season, Aldridge 5th, as you mentioned, Olton 3rd, Batum 3rd, Fernandez 3rd, Matthews on his 2nd. So this is the core, essentially, of their team. Except right now, Olton is out with an injury, but when he returns, so this is a very young team, very talented team.
Aldridge misses a pair. Chandler gets his 7th rebound of the first half. Chandler across the lane. The runner won't go. The follow does. Extra effort from Wilson Chandler. And he's got 13, make that 15 points off the bench.
Persistence personified by Will. On his missed shots, not giving up, hustling and capitalizing.
Batum straight on, won't go. Turiaf the rebound.
Blazers gone cold.
Douglas goes back. Felton. Chandler yet another rebound.
Go back to Chandler. There he is. Oh, he missed him.
Douglas will try.
No.
Not a good shot at all.
Douglas missed Chandler. The man was wide open.
Batum.
Oh, he traveled.
The crowd getting into it. Oh! Alley-oop to Aldridge. And he gets hammered by Turiaf. And we'll have a timeout. But as you like to say, Clyde, the pace has quickened.
Oh, yeah.
So with 2:44 left first half, Chandler the last 11 points for the Knicks to bring them within 1. Landry Fields back in the game for the Knicks. Officials during that timeout were just checking the shot clock violation from Portland a couple of possessions ago, and indeed it was. So they reviewed it, and it was a shot clock violation.
Aldridge was the guy who made the shot. Previously, he missed 2 consecutive free throws. And encore now for Aldridge. His name, folks, is LaMarcus. You know, they have Marcus Camby. This man's first name is LaMarcus, and he misses this one.
They're 4 of 9 overall from the free throw line. They hit 10 of their first 14 from the field. They're 6 for 21 since then.
Because the Knicks have tightened up their D. Chandler putting the pressure on the Blazers.
Fields. Stoudemire shoots over Roberto and puts it in. Tie game. The Knicks have come back from 12 down to even things up. Well, the crowd really into chanting defense. Now they're putting it up on the guard division, but they're doing it with gusto, Clyde. Aldridge shot won't go.
They are. They know what's going to turn it around this season for this team. They need stops.
Chandler pulls up, way short. Rebound, Turiaf. Felton. That's the 3. And the Knicks with their first lead of the night. Knicks rebounding has really helped them come back here on this 13-1 run.
Especially on the offensive glass. It was the Blazers who entered the game averaging 19 offensive rebounds.
So welcome to the NBA night for Landry Field. You get to guard Roy. Felton coast to coast, can't get it to fall. Stoudemire keeps it alive, and Chandler picks it up.
Chandler ubiquitous now.
11 rebounds for Chandler in the first half. Felton spins. Stoudemire way off the mark.
Oh, they got Platoon open baseline.
Good defense from Felton, forcing that turnover, and Fields will have an easy 2. Raymond Felton's defense forced that turnover by Miller.
Miller made the Cardinals send a pass, and he leaped in the air, had nowhere to go. But when you do that, throw the ball out of bounds rather than throw it to the opposition.
Roy stops on a dime. That doesn't go. Stoudemire the rebound. Felton again to the basket. Comes up short. Stoudemire trying to get it. Roy comes away.
Roy got a piece of that shot on Felton.
Roy is the trailer. And a nice left-handed play. And a technical foul call. And it's against Amari Stoudemire. That's no doubt for the continuing objection to the call. He did it up the floor. That's one of the things we've seen from the referees. So now he's explaining it calmly to Zach Zarba. And this is a directive from the NBA front office, and the officials have been very quick to hand out the tees on demonstrative gestures, overt gestures, continuing complaining as Miller hits that. Meanwhile, stay tuned at halftime. Jill Martin will be live from Boost Mobile Celebrity Row. Jill's guest tonight, Russell Simmons. Now, if you have a question and you'd like Jill to ask Russell Simmons the question, send it to msg.com/Knicks and click on Jill Martin on Boost Mobile Celebrity Row. Lots of new things around here in the Garden, Clyde.
Yeah, good things.
Stoudemire in and out.
It's Roy's time. Dancing on the perimeter.
Misses Chandler with his 12th rebound of the first half. And the teams will head to the locker room all even. Chandler was superb in that second quarter. He had 13 of his 15 points in the second period. Coming up in the Delta halftime report. And again, Jill Martin of the Boost Mobile Celebrity Roll. Al and Kelly back in the studio. And Tina will be assistant coach Dan D'Antoni right now. She's with Wilson Chandler.
All right, Mike. Wilson, you guys got off to a slow start. What did you have to do to get the offense together?
Just get some stops, get out in the open court, and just make easy baskets.
What's the key in the second half now, Will?
Just make, they got great players, so just make them take tough shots, get some stops, get out in transition, make some easy baskets, then get Amari going, hit open players, and we hit open shots.
All right, sounds good, Will. Thank you. And as the Knicks and Blazers are tied at 44 heading into halftime, we will be back with the Delta halftime report. You're watching the New York Knicks home opener live from Madison Square Garden on MSG.
The third moments ago, Tina spoke with assistant coach Dan D'Antoni.
All right, Mike. Dan, what was Wilson Chandler able to do as the team was coming back to ignite the offense?
Well, I mean, obviously made a couple shots. We were struggling to make shots, but the biggest thing, our defense picked up with the energy. And once you started getting the injury, you put him in the open floor and he finds shots. Will's pretty good.
We've seen so many different matchups. What can we expect in the second half?
Well, hopefully we're going to see the defense stay tight. If we can, again, we're going to have to win a lot, especially early with a bunch of guys that are getting used to each other. Our offense is going to be a little slow. So our defense has got to create our offense. So we got to continue to put pressure, rebound the ball, move the ball up quickly, and try to get shots early.
All right, Dan, once again, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mike, back to you.
We appreciate it so much that Dan receives dinner for two at the Parlor Midtown. Next generation of sports steakhouses for watching your favorite teams. Parlor Midtown, ideally located a jump shot away from the Garden. Third quarter underway. Starting five back in. Stoudemire goes right in, tips it a couple of times, got it, lost it, knocked it out of bounds. Off, I believe, Camby's head. Meanwhile, Gallinari back in. Gallinari played the first 9.5 minutes, struggled, was just 1 for 6, and did not re-enter the rest of the half. You almost just want to keep going at him, let him keep shooting. As long as they're good looks. He's too good a shooter for it to continue, Clyde. Yeah,
I think so, Mike. But as long as it continues, the confidence will not be there. Good hustle. Yeah, good save by Stoudemire. The Knicks retain it.
And the key, too, is, all right, if he's not hitting his shots, as long as he's doing other things to help the team. Now, he didn't have a rebound or an assist, so he's got to make sure the other parts of his game don't suffer with the bad shooting. Felton hits the jumper. Good screen. Large screen set by Mozgov. Felton 9 points, 2 assists. If you're just tuning in, Blazers were hot early, went up by as many as 12. Then Wilson Chandler exploded with 13 points in the second quarter. Knicks came back, briefly took the lead.
See, the double teaming causes the mismatches. That's why Miller is right there. Because the Knicks have to double down. Good ball movement finds a mismatch.
Stoudemire on the drive. Once you get him a little space, a little open floor, Clyde, he's tough to stop. Aldridge gets hammered.
Miller always looking to get the lead pass, so that time Aldridge releasing. So this is Stoudemire. Watch the stutter dribble right there. Freeze it up for him. The Matador D by Kemp.
10:50 ESPN Radio fast break. The foul is the third on Stoudemire.
LaMarcus has had his woes from the line. Previously missed 3 consecutive free throws. Now has 1 more coming.
He's 1 for 4 in the first half. Ooh, big Tim Duncan fan. Grew up in Texas. Loved the Dallas Cowboys and Tim Duncan. Knicks by 1. Stoudemire. His 5th field goal. He's now in double figures with 11. Miller stripped by Felton. And then it hit Felton while he was out of bounds, so it's Portland ball.
A good sleight of hand by Felton along the baseline.
You just, Clyde, you see the difference now early in the game. The Blazers are going backdoor and getting layups. But overall defensively, when Felton's on the floor, when your first line of defense is a tough, hard-nosed player like him, it really has made a difference.
It's contagious. Gets all the other guys involved.
And then you have Fields, who also plays hard defensively. Does a good job there. Miller, their offensive rebound. Batum, that's a 3. And the Blazers tied.
Second opportunities have hurt both teams. That time Miller provided an opportunity for Batum.
Felton's pass deflected. First 2 games that Portland played, they had 39 offensive rebounds. 39. An incredible number. Knicks, meanwhile, in the first half had 9 offensive rebounds. Shot won't go. Fields comes flying in.
One of our keys, Knicks should look to run.
Felton to Gallinari. There's a good look. Too strong. Almost go right back to him. Stoudemire is fouled. Gallinari 1 for 7. And from downtown 0 for 3.
The other thing, Mike, just because he's open doesn't mean he has to shoot the ball. Move it around or try to get a feel or something. Just don't every time, oh, I'm open, I got to take it. It's not so.
Well, his best games are the ones where he mixes it up. Now he's playing against Nicholas Batum, who's a very talented young defender. But he's had some good looks that aren't for him. Whistle. Stoudemire. I think he carried it.
Stoudemire averages 5 turnovers a game.
3-second violation they call. For the Knicks, it's their 9th turnover. Portland has 7. Portland's one of the best teams in that department. Last year they were 2nd in the NBA behind Atlanta in fewest turnovers a game.
Looking to exploit the neophyte and he gets a rejection.
Good defense from Mozgov as the Knicks get their 4th block shot of the game.
Stoudemire stumbling, bumbling. So the Blazers will have it.
whispers something to Felton as he goes by him, and Felton nods his head. Roy gets inside, and he's fouled.
Curl play working that time.
So Mozgov picks up his third.
I don't think that was Mozgov. I thought someone else made it.
Roy hits the first. Reminder, New York Knicks basketball is being presented by Chase.
Chase is on tonight, Mike.
Roy hits a pair. Roy last year All-NBA third team. The year before All-NBA second team. He was Rookie of the Year, three-time All-Stars. Had some nice individual seasons. He says his goal this year, though, is to get his team out of the first round. Stoudemire, count it, and a foul. Marcus Camby picks up his third.
Stoudemire just held bit this time, would not be denied. And his creativity is sometimes astounding for a man 6'10".
So Stoudemire now at 6 quick points already in 3.5 minutes. Make it 7 points in the third period, 14 for the game.
That's 4 on Stoudemire, man. Well, hopefully they put it on Felton.
Felton saying it was him. The official not buying it, but he's a smart thing for Felton to try.
See, Stoudemire coming to help, but in vain. So that's number 4. He'll have to take a seat. Or Stoudemire right there. You see, he stuck his leg out.
Yep. So he's going to have to sit for a while. And instant offense in the first half enters the game. Wilson Chandler, 15 points in 17 minutes off the bench.
Just when Stoudemire was starting to erupt, he had scored 6 consecutive points, now relegated to the bench.
Roy against Fields. Roy just makes it look easy. You know, we've always talked about the comparison between him and you, Clyde.
Yep, so smooth.
Chandler draws the foul right away, aggressively goes to the basket.
Chandler had an outstanding 3 season. He shot the ball well. And then he had a couple of games where he just looked lost. And I think that's when the Knicks decided to perhaps not start him, bring him off the bench because Fields was playing so splendidly.
That last foul is going to be on Aldridge. That will be his third. Originally they gave it to Camby, which would have been his 4th. But Camby still has 3. Aldridge still has 3.
So the concept of not starting Chandler has paid off for that man right there. He wanted someone to come in with some offense, someone that could ignite the team, and Chandler has definitely done that.
And in most cases, he'll finish games as well. Play pretty much the same amount of minutes, Clyde.
Yeah. And also Fields getting valuable experience by starting. But now Roy trying to take him to school.
Miller gets it in. Aldridge spinning, flips it up with the left hand and chips it in nicely. Mike D'Antoni said that was on the cylinder. He's upset.
We've seen some tenacious efforts. We've seen Chandler, we've seen Stoudemire, and that time Aldridge just not quitting on the play.
Gallinari. So the hesitation, now the drive, gets inside, shot, bounces in. Just kind of just flipped it up there, but the softness of the shot gave it a good bounce. Camby on the alley-oop, inside Aldridge.
Big guy starting to go to work now.
Gallinari
doesn't have to shoot just because you made one, man. That's what we were talking about.
Right now, just not letting the game come to him.
Exactly.
Mozgov tips it, and he's called for a foul. And a technical foul on Mozgov.
Personal and technical foul.
So he picks up his 4th personal. Let's watch.
Personal is his 4th and the team's 4th.
And that's, you know what, the players, as much as you and I don't like the new enforcement of technical fouls, Clyde, they have this. It is what it is, and they've got to adjust. You can't react that way anymore.
Well, for him, Mike, those type of fouls, he should just leave alone.
Right there, Mike D'Antoni saying, no, don't argue, don't argue. too late.
But even if he hit that ball, he can't get it. That's why it's a foolish foul. And that's his problem, his foul woes. So stay away from those type of fouls.
Now, I have seen a number of players already after a call look to turn and argue and say, nope, and turn away. But more have to do it.
Let's see if this one can change the momentum of this game, though.
Aldridge against Turiaf. Good help from Fields, but it leaves Roy open momentarily, and he knocks down the three.
So we're saying those things can be momentum changers. So let's see if the Knicks can answer.
Gallinari inside to Turiaf. Turiaf through the hands of Fields, and Camby comes away with it.
They have a 4-and-2 if they hurry. Sloppy ball handling.
Ball knocked away and taken by Chandler.
Yeah, you had the big guys handling the ball.
Inside the Fields. Nice adjustment, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line.
And that's what this kid shows, a lot of savvy, going to the basket, using his body. So watch how he's held bent off the dribble, but watch his composure. See right there, gathers himself, gets guys in the air, and he's able to capitalize.
You know, I've said this a number of times during the preseason, but you look at the difference between a player who plays 4 years of college ball. They come out, they've just played a lot more games. Get your groups of 20 or more in the action this season at the Garden. Planning your group night has never been easier. For exclusive group deals and more, visit nyknicks.com. Well, the rookie from Stanford, who has been impressive right from day one of Summer League.
Yeah, continues to get better. But this is why he's in the game, Fields. His ability on the defense.
Aldridge.
Good double by Tony.
Miller trying to find room. Camby cuts to the basket. And the adjustment.
See all that doubling. Miller leads in addition with 8 a game. So that time finding Camby.
Knicks down by 5. We're just past the midway point of the third.
Now the zone. Portland will throw a zone on you. They're in a matchup zone now.
Miller inadvertently trips up Landry Fields. That's 4 fouls on Andre Miller. We'll take a break here. Middle of the third. Knicks down 5.
No matter what, win or lose, they're going to be there supporting us.
I love the Garden, man. I had my best games as an NBA player in the Garden.
You can ask anybody in the league when they come in the Garden, you want to put on the show. And because the eyes of the world is on you.
I love New York fans because I think they are the best. They are the best, and especially in this league.
It's all about history. It's all those great moments.
Well, it's New York City. It's the Mecca. It's just the atmosphere. You know, anytime you're playing there as a visiting team, you know, you always look forward to that game.
Everyone really brings their A game when they come to play in New York because obviously it's the best city in the world, and you want to have your best game.
Well, for Amar'e Stoudemire, now he is the hometown player. The season opener, first home regular season game for a number of these new Knicks. Stoudemire's played solidly again, but got himself in some foul trouble. He has 4, so he's sitting on a bench right now.
Here's Andre Miller, the ill-advised foul on Fields. So Miller has 4. He's on the bench, and Fields at the line for 2. This is an excellent defensive unit out there now, Mike, for the Knicks.
Fields meanwhile will go to the line because they're in the penalty as we check in with Tina.
And Mike, Amar'e Stoudemire, from when the team opened camp, noticed something different in Landry Fields. Besides his athleticism and his smarts, which everyone talks about graduating from Stanford, Amar'e says, I love the way Landry has picked up the NBA strategies and the way he learns his strategies from game to game with the different matchups and the different teams. He says he's picked it up so easily and he'd applied it immediately. That's why he is standing out as a rookie, and that's why Mike D'Antoni trusts him. Mike?
There's already a comfort level as Douglas almost came up with a steal. Still Portland ball.
Because Matthew is not a point guard, so he's going to have trouble. Miller with the 4 fouls, so Douglas can apply pressure to Matthews. Now they have Roy trying to orchestrate. That's a mismatch with Felton. Right away, he takes him in.
Fabricio Berto back in the game.
A little shaky make.
Chandler may have gotten a piece of it as Fields grabs his 4th rebound. Felton goes at Aldridge. Fields fakes, now drives and finishes. He doesn't take a lot of shots, but he's been making them. He's 3 for 3 tonight. He's an efficient player, Clyde.
Very efficient, and you can see the confidence soaring in Fields.
Aldridge banging. He's much better when he turns to his right than when he turns to his left.
Yeah, he likes the left side of the court as well. Now that zone, they do this 1-2-2. We call it a matchup zone.
The Knicks are going to see a lot of zones until they start making some three-pointers as Douglas turns it over, carried it.
You're in the zone, man. You can't dribble in the zone. Move the ball. Because if you dribble in the paint, you're running into people. So 1-2-2. So you're exacerbating your problem.
Good double team. And Chandler grabs a hold and a held ball.
See, Matthews not a good ball handler, so he's having his troubles now. And plus, when you're along the sideline, excellent place to double. Watch this. See, sideline, nowhere to go. Will ties him up.
Chandler height advantage here.
Yeah, that's why when you're playing, don't go near the sidelines, the timeline.
Felton and Douglas out there together. Mike D'Antoni said you'd see that a lot because of their defensive ability. Chandler fakes, drives, flips it up and in. 19 points for Chandler. Plus 12 rebounds. Roy nearly slips and then draws the foul. He is so crafty, Clyde.
Yep. Doesn't rush. Remind you a lot of Pierce, too. Pierce is like that.
They're not the quickest, or at least they don't appear to be, but they get to wherever they need to get. Once again, a reminder, Knicks basketball is being presented by Chase. Dante Cunningham back in. Aldridge with 14 points sits down. One thing with Roy is he's been banged up here and there. He's had 3 left knee surgeries already, and he's only 26. A true gentleman, but a real competitor on the floor, Clyde.
Yeah, he is. And when the game is on the line, that's who you'll see with the ball the most.
Chandler steps up.
That was way off.
Chandler now on Roy. Put a little size on him on the switch. Roy drives. Pass deflected and stolen by Felton. Oh, nice pass ahead to Douglas. Douglas counted and a foul. Raymond Felton with the steal started it off on the defensive end.
And watch the creativity by Tony. Previously, Cunningham chased him down, blocked the shot. He sees Matthew, and the ill-advised reach-in by Matthew to send Douglas to the line. In that scenario, if you're going to foul a guy, make sure he doesn't make the basket and have an opportunity for the three-point play as Douglas has.
Oh, Roy short. Knicks just 8 of 13 from the free throw line.
See, Matthews dribbling, we're going nowhere. This man goes to the hoop.
Turiak strips the ball. Chandler to Fields. Ball knocked out of bounds. Good hustle from Roy to get back. And we'll have a timeout. Good hard-fought game. We're just under 3 minutes remaining in the third.
And then I remember I was so nervous. That's why I'm admiring what Landry Fields is doing now. So unflappable out there getting the start. I could not handle it, man. I was so nervous I couldn't remember the plays or anything. So this kid, as we've been alluding to, Fields continues to prosper and help the Knicks as a rookie in only his second game.
Meanwhile, Douglas ties the game. The Knicks are 9 of 13 from the field here in the third quarter, which hurt them a bit of the turnovers, but they've come back to even it up once again.
Also, this is noteworthy. Their top gun and chief rocker sitting on the bench, Amari Stoudemire, with the 4 fouls.
Roy, once again, he's got 23. 11 of them here in the third quarter.
Right at Roy's season average, and he's looking for more.
Bad pass by Felton. It's not a clear path foul because Chandler appeared to be ahead of Roy.
It's a moot point. The Knicks already in the penalty, so Roy will shoot 2.
They'll take it out of bounds. Stoudemire sitting with the 4 fouls. But the Knicks are in the penalty, so it'll be a 2-shot foul. They do have a new instant replay rule where they can review clear path fouls, but only if it's originally called clear path. That one was not, again, because of the hustle of one of the Knicks to get ahead of Roy. Roy, he's one of those guys, Clyde, who's become one-on-one. You really can't stop it. Nope.
Because he's old school. He shoots a mid-range jumper. He's not going to hurt you from downtown. It's going to be 10 to 15 feet away.
He's got that great drive. He drives, feels a little contact, and pulls up. Chandler, a little out of control.
Swarming Blazer defense.
Fields blocked by Cunningham. Fields stays with the play. He wants to try it again. Blocked again.
This kid Cunningham has 3 blocks. He's the guy who chased down Douglas that time and blocked his shot. Matthews spinning.
Blocked on the other end. Turiaf got it. Nice outlet pass to Douglas. Douglas steps up for 3. Too strong. Fields again. Back up. Off the rim, but he'll shoot 2. He's mad that he didn't put it down, but his effort applauded here by the fans.
But watch the D. D can be your best offense. Matthews continues to be discombobulated. So, and then Tony, not a good shot. He had guys open, but watch the guy we just alluded to, the neophyte. A precocious neophyte right now. Then Tony, no, he needed that one. So Fields will shoot 2.
The last block, as we saw in the replay, was not Turiaf. It was Chandler once again. Chandler with his 2nd block of the game. As we said, he's been a blocking fiend the first couple of games.
Led the Knicks last season in blocks 1 per game.
He's got 8 already on the season. Knicks back within 2. A little over a minute and a half remaining here in the third. Now the rookie gets back on Roy, who's had his way with everybody tonight.
See the mid-range game. That's what he's going to hurt you with. Wow. He's going to be downtown. 15, 20 feet away.
He's got 15 here in the third quarter. Chandler goes at Alberto. Back shot won't go. Fields nearly tips it. Kept alive. And again, Landry Fields' aggressiveness gives the Knicks another possession.
Turiaf will be the beneficiary.
Roy picks up his 2nd, and Turiaf will shoot 2. Knicks now with 13 offensive rebounds.
And it was the Blazers who had resounding rebounding entering this game. They were averaging 19 offensive bounds. So the Knicks giving them some of their own medicine.
Turiaf for his career from the free throw line is just 69%.
Yeah, he didn't shoot that one with any confidence.
Not when he did. A little more scoring here in this third period after a low-scoring first half. The game was tied at 44 at halftime. Roy again creates some space. A rare miss, and Tony Douglas grabs the rebound. Knicks +6 in the rebounding tonight. Chandler, 3. It's good. Wilson Chandler from downtown. Tie game once again. 22 for Chandler. He seems to really enjoy his 6-man role, Clyde.
Yeah. Oh, Matthews trying to retaliate.
Can't get it. Turiaf the rebound. The bench again doing a solid job. About a 6-second difference. Shot clock, game clock. Douglas deflected by Matthews. And the Knicks will inbound with 4 left to shoot. Stoudemire sat for a good portion of this period with the fouls. So Johnson, the rookie, checks back in. Turiaf. Knicks have to shoot it. Turiaf's not going to just gets it off in time. But it's the side of the rim he wanted a foul.
Not the guy you want stuck with the ball.
Roy for three. In and out. Got a good look. And the quarter ends with the teams tied once again. It was 44-44 and a half. And we head to the fourth quarter. A home opener for the Knicks here at Madison Square Garden. All even, 74-74, Knicks and Blazers. One of the better teams in the Western Conference, all tied with the Portland Trail Blazers at 74. Let's take a look at the Kia Card player profile. Kia Motors, the power to surprise. Stopping Brandon Roy has been difficult tonight, Clyde.
Yeah, oh boy, Brandon Roy. You see what he's done in 30 minutes of action. 27 points, 15 of those coming in the third. So he is on the bench right now, resting. Chandler has carried the Knicks, but he's here going in the fourth quarter.
The Knicks now have Douglas, Chandler, Billy Walker, Turiaf, and Stoudemire returns. He sat about 7 minutes in that third. Walker tips it. Ball knocked loose. Walker goes after it again. Knicks with, again, their largest lead, just 3. Portland led by as many as 12. That in the first half. Good ball denial from Fernandez. Chandler to Turiaf. Stoudemire, left-handed, flips it in. Turiaf is laughing, saying, hey, you were wide open and not ready.
And Stoudemire saying, so were you. He's surprised Stoudemire when he got it.
Turiaf probably saying, who would you rather have shoot it? Fernandez steps back.
He can get hot.
Nails that three.
That's his forte. So if you lose him, you know where to find him.
He led the NBA in three-pointers in the preseason. He had all the talk that he wanted out. He'd been fined for asking to get out of his contract and go back to Spain. But he seems to be settled in a little bit, at least publicly, and he's played well. Miller nearly stole it.
Now it's zone again. Knicks have to deal with this zone.
And I think they're going to say that he had possession, so the shot clock should have been reset.
22 seconds.
Watch Miller. Quantum leap.
Beverage. A beverage spill.
Yep. Everywhere.
Some dry cleaning bills there, Clyde. The crowd has been very vocal all night.
They wanted defense. They got that. Now they want these Knicks to get it on. So the Knicks will have the ball along the side.
Still some of the beverage spilled out on the court. It's good hustle by Miller, but what they called was because he corralled the ball, that was a possession, and the shot clock was reset. We'll have a moment while I clean it up. Let's look at our Knicks upcoming schedule, brought to you by Eastern Lexus. Magic on Tuesday in Chicago, and then home again Friday against Washington. Chandler had the big first half. Nice pass to Turiaf, and he's fouled.
The old pick and roll play. Let's take a look at one of the oldest plays in the basketball. Working to perfection. Left side of your screen. Pick, the roll, the hack. Turiaf will shoot 2 if he can.
So Footlocker above the rim replay. 4th foul on Aldridge. You know, we talk about Stoudemire, and the fans already crazy about him. This guy Turiaf is winning a lot of fans just with his energy, his enthusiasm. Off the bench, he only has 2 points and 4 rebounds. Got a couple of blocked shots, but it just plays possessed out there. I don't know if he could play 35 minutes because of how such zeals.
No, he's just a spot player.
Let's check in with Tina.
Mike, when I talked to Ronny Chirioff about his defense, he says, my mindset is when I'm on the floor, I am the quarterback of the defense. I am like a point guard in that I have vision where I can see everyone, tell them where to switch, and be the most vocal one. And, of course, he's very aggressive there, too, with those blocks. Mike?
And he's out there in crunch time right now. Stoudemire the drive. Nice defensive play by Canby. Still Nick Ball. 13 to shoot. Shot clock at 5. Chandler hoists up the 3. Off the mark. Rebound. Stoudemire grabs it, puts it back up and in. That was not an easy rebound to corral. 14 offensive rebounds for the Knicks. Miller on the drive and the help late. Crafty Miller with 11 points. 2.5 gone by. Still tied. And a reach-in foul call on Canby. That's 5 on Canby. Nope, my mistake, 4.
He should not get that type. If he knew he had 3, why would you get that cheap foul like that? Yeah, we know they're going to need him in the game down the stretch.
Stoudemire calling for the ball. Takes the jump shot. Stoudemire 8 of 15 from the field tonight. 18 points, 5 rebounds. Miller just barrels into Stoudemire. Offensive foul. And that's 5 fouls on Andre Miller.
And that's crucial for them because you saw when Matthews was orchestrating, he had trouble bringing the ball up the court. So they're really without a bona fide point guard if Miller leaves the game.
They traded their backup point guard, Jared Bayless. Part of the reason they traded him was to open up more minutes for Fernandez. And now Brandon Roy is coming back in. He really has become the backup point guard. Roy is the number 2 point guard. Now, they played the rookie a little bit earlier, Harmon Johnson, but Roy is the guy that will be the point guard now.
Also, Fernandez in their backcourt. He's guarding Tony. Tony's
nice
open.
back door. Douglas finishes. Beautiful teamwork and a nice feed from Stoudemire.
That's what Stoudemire has surprised me with. His ability to find and give up the ball to the open man.
Chandler is now on Roy. Matthews was out of bounds. Tell you what, Clyde, Tony Douglas fights through screens as well as any player we've seen in a while.
Yeah, he creates a lot of havoc with that ability to get over the screens with gusto.
Knicks have forced 4 turnovers here in the 4th. Douglas playing well.
The back door comes wide open for Tony. Then the Knicks forced the turnover in the front court against Matthews, who was standing on the sideline. So they have it now in the back court.
So Douglas out on the floor right now with Walker as the 2 guard, Turiaf, Stoudemire, and Chandler. So Chandler, Walker, interchangeable. Douglas to the basket, floats it up, short, gets it back, puts it back up, rushed it, and a foul call. Douglas, good second effort, and Fernandez hit him on the second shot.
Watch Tony should have used the glass on this play. Tried to swish it. That's very difficult to do. And right there, Fernandez baffled by the call. Looked like Douglas was falling, but he's charged with the foul.
First foul on Fernandez, and yet another offensive rebound. We said coming into the game, it was Portland that had been so good on the offensive boards in their first 2 wins against Phoenix and the Clippers. With the Knicks, 15 offensive rebounds is Nate McMillan, who's seen his team fall behind by 3.
And the Knicks have been a dreadful rebounding team, especially on the offense, only averaging about 9 offensive rebounds.
Aldridge saves it, but inside to Turiaf, who puts it in. They wave it off, an offensive foul.
He lowered his shoulder into Canby. So watch him drop his shoulder into Canby and the flop back Marcus. Ill-advised right here. You never do that under the other team's basket. So that was the play they called.
And in case you're wondering, the restricted area it's not in play there because Turio got the ball in the lower defensive box, so the fact that he was in it didn't matter. That was the right call. Turiov's first foul. Fernandez trying to get free, fires up a contested shot, not a good one. And Billy Walker's had some good rebounds, 3 boards here in this fourth quarter.
Good hounding defense that time by Felton.
Walker looking. Matthews almost got a piece of it. Stoudemire. Good defense from Camby. And there's 4 to shoot.
See, that's another risk by Camby. You have 4 fouls and you're reaching in like that to try to knock the ball away. You have a guy taking a poor shot. So he got lucky that time not to get his 5th foul.
Felton, quick catch and shoot. Oh, he knocks it down, a 2-pointer. And the Knicks have their largest lead of the night.
If there's anyone who should know how much time is on the shot clock, it's your point guard. Felton knew that time.
And the ball was deflected, so it's still Portland possession.
Take a look at Felton. His grandeur to beat the clock right on the arc.
Felton is not afraid to take crunch time shots. He hit a bunch of them for Charlotte. A couple of them against the Knicks. Roy, the drive, gets inside and gets the bounce. What a pretty shot from Brandon Roy. 29 points.
Roy in this game averaging 23 a game.
Felton whips it to Chandler for 3. Too strong. Stoudemire tips it. Felton gets it.
Another offensive bound.
That's 17 offensive rebounds for the Knicks. A terrific number.
Normally only 30% of the time when you get an offensive rebound.
Walker from way downtown. That's good. Billy Walker with some big fourth quarter plays. And the Knicks are up by 6.
And this crowd starting to feel it now.
Pass nearly deflected. Camby gets the shot. Won't go. And Aldridge an offensive board. Miller resets. Oh, backdoor. Walker got caught looking the wrong way.
Everybody was watching the ball. And Miller always keeping his head up. That's why he leads this team in dishing with 8 a game.
Felton on the drive, spins inside and backs it in. Oh, what a play from Felton. Goes up against a former NBA Defensive Player of the Year. Banks it in for a 6-point lead.
And Felton spinning like a top along the baseline. Watch this. Gyrating off the glass, and the Blazers have seen enough. They need to talk it over.
13 points for Raymond Felton. We approach the midway point, fourth quarter. And the season opener at Madison Square Garden. Knicks leading by 6. Big plays from Billy Walker at crunch time.
Yeah, downtown bomb right there. D'Antoni likes it.
Walker's second 3-pointer of the night.
And Felton previously making a shot to beat the clock, and this time spinning, winning off the glass. Hey, Blazers wanted to talk it over, and now they bring it up.
He said he was spinning against Camby, made the final move against Aldridge. Goes up against the big guys. Crowd so into the game. Roy, hand in his face. Too strong. Rebound Felton. Good defense from Chandler.
And the Knicks have good matchups now, so with Felton out there, they can't look to post him up. Chandler now is guarding Roy.
Walker will try it again, a 3. Bang! 9-point lead. Knicks struggling from downtown all night, but Walker with 2 huge shots. Aldridge and momentarily silences the crowd.
Yep, but the Blazers need some stops. Knicks are bombs away right now, especially Walker.
Walker, not only the 2 threes, he had several tough rebounds, keeping the ball in play.
Blazers in that matchup zone. 1-2-2. Walker trying to shoot him out of it.
Too strong, and it hit the wire. Top of the backboard is in, but once it hits the wire, it's out. Nicholas Batum is going to come back in. Hyperventilating. That was an adrenaline shot. As Batum re-enters, Camby will sit down. Batum is their best defender in terms of perimeter defense. He always guards the opponent's best player on the perimeter.
Felton doing a good job keeping Miller on the perimeter. Back door is open.
Roy misses the layup. And the Knicks get the rebound.
That's why he missed it. Stoudemire was coming there to block it. He had to rush the shot.
Yeah, Felton says, let's set it up. Refs wants to get Stoudemire in a pick and roll. Stoudemire down low to Turiaf. Turiaf inside. Misses it, but draws the foul.
It's amazing how some guys just can't get a break. You know, that's a good shooter, the ball drops. But guys who don't have a shooting reputation, man, they can't get a break here. How does this ball not go in?
Aldridge's 5th foul. Turiaf is 2 of 4 from the line. Knicks have missed 8 free throws tonight.
He takes his time, has a good rotation. I don't know why he can't get it to go.
Too strong.
He doesn't shoot on the seam of the ball. He shoots on the edge.
Here's our Hyundai game summary, Clyde. The offensive rebound's huge. This is both nearly tipped in by Walker.
Those always come back to haunt you. Missed free throws.
Knicks lead by 7. Miller tries the banker and gets that to go. As we come up on 4 minutes remaining.
See, now they're in the man-to-man. They've been fluctuating between that zone and a man-to-man.
Stoudemire forced that shot as Aldridge grabs the board.
Miller's starting to percolate. He wants it.
Batum right back to Miller, posting up Felton. Good defense from Felton. Shuffle pass in, and Aldridge tried to jam it. Still got the 2 points, and it's back to a 3-point game.
I mentioned those missed free throws always come back to haunt you. 2 misses by Turiaf.
And 6 straight points by the Portland Trail Blazers.
So Miller not swishing, he's dishing. This time Aldridge the beneficiary.
Exciting home opener for the Knicks. They lead by 3 with 3.5 to play. And after the game 4 Knicks postgame, you'll hear from Mike D'Antoni and the players, plus highlights and analysis immediately following the action. The 4 Knicks postgame on MSG. You're just tuning in. Knicks struggled early, fell behind by 12 in the first half, came back and tied the game at halftime. A little bit of a seesaw battle in the third quarter. It was tied heading into the fourth. Knicks have led by as many as 9 here in the fourth. But 6 straight points by Portland, and it's a 3-point game.
And that's after the eruption by Walker from downtown. He had it going on. But watch the Blazers, folks. They are playing that 1-2-2 matchup zone sometimes, and then at other times they're going man-to-man. Obviously, in the 1-2-2, they can deny Stoudemire his penetration, but the perimeter should be open for some shots.
Mike D'Antoni makes 2 substitutions. Landry Fields back in, and Tony Douglas back in. So Gallinari, who struggled shooting tonight, stays on the bench. He played the first 6 minutes of the third quarter.
But now the Blazers might try to post up Douglas or Felton. One of these guys, they might try to look to post up. And now you see that zone. Obviously, that'll take Stoudemire out of it.
Stoudemire. Aldridge reaches over. Stoudemire wants to take a one-on-one. Stripped and stolen by Miller.
That's why you can't dribble in the zone.
Miller goes right at Chandler. This is but his foul. See, it's a tough decision for D'Antoni now with them playing that zone. Gallinari is their best zone buster, but he's struggling with a shot right now.
Stoudemire must know you can't dribble through a zone, man. That's why they're in it, to keep you from dribbling. So the perimeter shots are available.
Crowd trying to rattle a veteran.
Miller has been the catalyst in the last 3 minutes. So he scored a basket, made a good dish. Now makes his first free throw.
Talk about guys whose facial expressions never change. He's always just looked calm. 12 years in the league.
He's currently the NBA's Iron Man. He's played the most consecutive games, has Miller.
This is his 613th consecutive. Misses that one. The lead, though, cut to 2 as we approach 3 minutes remaining. Felton picks up his dribble.
See, now they're in the man-to-man defense. Knicks have to know that.
Dangerous pass there.
Felton has the mismatch over here.
Chandler blocked by Camby. Chandler gets it back up, misses that one. And Roy comes away.
Stoudemire got lucky. He didn't get a foul.
And Batum outraces the Knicks down the other end. 9 straight points, and they've tied the game.
Good harassing interior defense that time.
Right now for the Knicks, it's all one-on-one stuff. And Portland has done a great job double teaming. Felton to the basket, banks it in. Knicks back up by 2.
Good screen to pick off Felton's man that time, Miller. So he was able to capitalize. Miller energized now, able to draw the foul along the sideline.
And that's only the first team foul. Make that the second team foul.
Watch the good screen right here, right there by Will. See Miller fall down. That gave Felton the opening that he needed. So they've got to control Miller. He's the guy that's causing all the problems now. There he is looking to post up.
Aldridge against Stoudemire. Poked away. Douglas tries to dive on it. Miller wide open. Hits a 3. Andre Miller with a big shot. Douglas went for a steal, and the Knicks got burned. And Portland has regained the lead. Chandler for 3. Rebound, Stoudemire. No, they call him for a foul. A loose ball foul on Stoudemire, and that's his 5th.
Normally it's Roy that creates havoc down the stretch, but right now it's Miller. There's a foul on Amari. So they've got to control Miller.
Portland on a 12-2 run for the 3rd straight game. They're closing games with a flourish.
Chandler's done a good job on Roy.
Roy double team. Back out. Miller will try another one. Not that time. Chandler the rebound. Portland's done a great job defending Stoudemire. Felton to the basket. Inside. Won't go, but a foul. And Felton will shoot his first free throws of the night.
Yeah, but he's breaking down his defense now. Previously the left side. And this time he goes the right side, but draws the foul.
For his career, he's 78% from the free throw line. So far this season, he's at 5 of 6.
Both teams have been erratic from the line. Remember, Cherryoff missed those 2. That one's strong by Felton.
Boy, Knicks have been brutal from the line tonight. 13 of 24.
Yeah, that was similar last night, and Boston did not shoot well from the line.
They've missed 4 in a row now. And Portland will call a timeout. Portland in their first game this year, they outscored Phoenix 31-11 in the 4th. In their second game against the Clippers, 28-17. They're trying to work some fourth quarter magic again here in a tight 1:23 remaining in the 4th quarter. The Knicks and Blazers tied at 95. And we'll have the 4th post game coming up. Will it be a thrilling Knick victory or a disappointing Knick loss? It has been a hard-fought game by both teams. We'll hear from the coaches and the players on the Ford Knicks post game. And then after the post game, MLS playoffs. The Red Bulls with playoff action. That game will be joined in progress.
Well, the Knicks critics right now will say, are they the same old Knicks? They need to stop. How many times last season were the Knicks in this predicament? Could not get the stop to come away victorious.
You see the Knicks with multiple timeouts, same as the Blazers. Neither team with a foul to give right now.
Well, you know it's going to be Miller or Roy. Chandler has done an excellent job on Brandon Roy, so he hasn't hurt the Knicks lately. But it's been Miller with his ditching and swishing, so they've got to contain him.
And Mike D'Antoni sending out his defensive lineup as Roy comes out for Portland. It's Felton and Douglas in the backcourt. Chandler, Fields.
The only problem,
actually, Douglas sitting down.
Yeah, because they can post him up with both of those short guys out there.
So it's Stoudemire, Turiaf, Chandler, Fields, and Felton. Wes Matthews will inbound for Portland.
Surprisingly, Miller not in the game. I don't know what's up with that.
Chandler on Roy. Knicks putting a bigger body on him. Roy using that screen. Turiaf, good help defense. Aldridge gets it. Open look up top. Won't go. Fight for the rebound. Felton. Turiaf got a hand on it. Felton able to put in. Felton looking for an opening. Batum on him. They wanted it at the Stoudemire.
But they're in the zone. The perimeter is open.
Felton a little out of control. Out to Fields. Fields has to put it up. Shot it up. Won't go. Rebound. Batum. Excellent defense that time from the Trailblazers.
But Mike, why would they take Miller out of the game? This is the guy that was killing you. And he's on the bench.
They want the ball in Roy's hands. Roy on the drive. On the pull-up. Too strong. Rebound. Loose ball foul against Turiaf.
I thought Aldridge had a hand on him.
Turiaf's not arguing.
Watch Aldridge, look like he was the one holding off. Couldn't really see there.
Mike D'Antoni letting the rookie ref Carl Lane have it on that. Aldridge from the free throw line, just 2 of 6 tonight. Let's watch.
Oh, he was holding his arm. Turiaf was holding his arm. That's why.
They're both banging pretty good on that, though.
Turiaf grabbed his arm. Trying to get slick, but they caught him.
This is the second. Fields the rebound. Timeout D'Antoni. He is hot still at that call. And the Knicks will get it. Down 1.
Well, the defense we've alluded to, the trapping defense or the man-to-man, which will the Knicks be facing here down this stretch?
Home opener. They'll have the ball. It's a Knicks team that still has 2 timeouts remaining, as do the Blazers. Neither team with a foul to give. The Knicks are up 9 with just under 5.5 to play. Since then, Brandon Roy and the Blazers have gone on a 13-3 run. All right, Clyde, here are the Knicks. What are you looking for?
Well, Stoudemire into this game, averaging 12 points in the 4th quarter. He has been shut out. And they've done that by the matchup zone, the 1-2-2. So I don't think they're going to let Amari beat them. So I looked for the Blazers to be in that zone. So that means that some perimeter shot will be available for the Knicks. So they can't force the ball on the interior, but take the shot that the defense gives them.
Felton has had the most points in this quarter for the Knicks, 7. Stoudemire's had just 4. As you mentioned, he had 12 in each of the first 2 games. So Chandler will inbounds with Douglas, Felton, Billy Walker back in. He had 2 big threes earlier in the period. And Stoudemire.
And there's Miller still out of the game.
Douglas off the screen. Good fight for Matthews, who falls down. Felton looking. Felton the drive. Puts it up. Blocked by Camby. Rebound Aldridge. And they quickly call a timeout. That was very close to being a goaltend, but I think he got it before it hit the backboard.
Yeah, it was on the way up.
So Portland now will have it with a 1-point lead.
This is what happened when you're long, athletic. Watch Felton come open, but out of nowhere, Batum at 6'8", rise into the occasion to deny him.
A great block shot there.
See, he's open, and Batum right there. the man from France that time rising majestically to give the Blazers the ball.
So the Knicks now have to try and go for a steal on the inbounds and then foul. Now, even if Portland goes to the free throw line and hits 2, the Knicks still with a chance to tie it with a 3. Portland down to their final timeout.
And that's the strategy, because both teams have been shooting poorly from the line. So the Blazers might not make both.
Always, sometimes, Clyde, you wonder why teams don't put more of an emphasis on denying on the inbounds. They kind of let the team get it in and then foul. Try and make them get a 5-second count or have to use that last timeout.
Well, that's why I don't like this rule, Mike, where you can throw the ball in the backcourt. It's very difficult to try to do that. If they couldn't throw it in the backcourt, it's easier to try to deny the inbounds pass. Now they want Miller to get it. He's a good free throw shooter.
Good ball denial here. They lob it in. Aldridge had it, lost it, almost taken away by Felton. They have to foul, and they do. And that's the guy they'd like to foul. As Aldridge has struggled from the line, 3 of 8.
And this crowd on their feet. They're all standing silent, watching, waiting, anticipating what's going to happen now.
So Aldridge, 3 of 8 from the line tonight. For his career, 76%.
And the crowd letting him have it. He almost turned it over, lost the handle, but was able to regain it.
Boy, that looked cool and collected. He took a nice deep breath before he put it up.
Well, once you make that first one, the pressure's off. So you should be able to make the second one.
Offense-defense substitution. Camby comes in for Miller.
The Blazers get longer.
And you also have to watch here. You got to make sure you secure the rebound if Aldridge misses. Big free throw here from LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh!
And the Knicks will call timeout, and they don't have to go for the 3. They can go for a 2 to tie it with 14.3 seconds remaining. And the Knicks are down to just 1 timeout left.
Aldridge showing some nerves. Normally, once you make that first free throw, the pressure's off. Why? Because you can't really lose the game. You're still up by 2. So the pressure is off. So all you have to do is just make the next one and try to secure the win.
All right, so the Knicks with another opportunity to either tie it, force overtime, or win it with a 3.
So many times last season we saw this, and something went awry for the Knicks. True execution, didn't get the ball in bounds, weren't sure of the clock. So let's see if they can execute this time to get off a good shot.
And Stoudemire has been negated somewhat here in the 4th quarter, only 4 points, and it's because Portland they've revolved their whole defense around surrounding him and not letting him get the ball. Walker, Chandler, Felton, Douglas, and Stoudemire once again.
Also, if you're a penetrator, remember what happened to Douglas. Sometimes you look like you're open in there. These guys are good leapers, but Toon came from nowhere to reject a shot by Felton previously.
Roy plays off the ball.
The other thing, Mike, you got to get the ball in bounds here.
They still have that 1 timeout left if they have trouble. Once again up top to Felton. Felton to Stoudemire. Camby on him. Camby on the reach in. Whacks him. Oh, they call it off of the leg or off of Camby. It looked like there was a foul.
It should have been a foul off Stoudemire's leg.
They're going to look at, here's the new rule where they can look at the replay to see who was last off. It looked like Camby whacked Stoudemire to foul him as opposed to knock it loose because he had gotten by him.
And it looked like the ball carried him off of Stoudemire's leg.
So instant replay in the last 2 minutes of the 4th quarter and the entire overtime. The officials can look at any out of bounds play to see who last touched it.
There's a reach in and there's a ball off his leg.
And that's a clean play. He did not foul him.
Right.
I thought that was the foul there on the initial.
See right there, right off his hip.
It appeared the foul was on the first, but the swat of the ball was absolutely clean.
Because what happened, he forced Stoudemire to his left, which is his weakness. Not as a depth going to the left, so when he was going up to shoot, he brought the ball in front of him, allowing Camby the ability to reach in and knock it away.
So Nate McMillan looking at the play. If it is indeed Blazer ball.
See, by going to his left, watch him have to bring it to his right hand. And clearly, the ball is off his hip.
Well, I don't know on that one, Clyde. It almost looks like it doesn't. That one, it's slow where it doesn't know if the ball, if it caromed off the hip. They overturn it, and it is going to be Blazer ball. So they say it went off his leg.
Well, it had to go off his leg because Camby is hitting the ball down.
Right, you're right.
He's hitting the ball down, and the ball is coming forward. So
the first replay looked like it clearly hit off Stoudemire. The second one not as conclusive. So now with 6.5 remaining, the Knicks have to foul immediately and hope that Portland misses one of the 2 free throws.
Right, which they've been doing. So they want to obviously get the ball to Roy or Miller, but those guys have been denied. So Aldridge has been coming to the line, and he's been very erratic. Make one, miss one.
Don't forget the Ford Knicks postgame coming up. If the Knicks don't pull off one here down the stretch, Mike D'Antoni's going to be heated. He just was yelling once again at the official Carl Lane. He was upset about that Rony Turiaf call on the loose ball foul a few moments ago. Will this be a tough one to lose? The Knicks were up 92-83, a 9-point lead with 5.5 to play, and a 14-3 run for Portland. It'd be their 3rd straight game where they had a big 4th quarter run to come from behind and win. Now, Fernandez is in the backcourt. Felton has to go back there and get him. You can't let him get it and start dribbling around. He can dribble out the clock. Looking, get it into Miller, and he's quickly fouled. So Andre Miller will go to the line with 5.9 remaining. He's 4 of 6 from the line tonight.
Miller was the killer in that comeback. So they couldn't stop him. He drained a big 3-pointer, and then he was creating havoc with his dishing. And that's why I was saying, why would they take him out of the game? All of a sudden, they took him out of the game. So now he's back and at the line trying to seal the deal.
You saw the free throw numbers. Free throws really hurt the Knicks tonight, missing 11. All right, that's a 3-point game. Miller hits this one.
Remember the 2 misses by Terry-off? The Knicks were up then. They always come back to haunt you.
Well, they missed 4 straight here in the 4th quarter at one point. Miller hits this one. It's a 4-point game and pretty much over unless some kind of miracle finish. Knicks still have 1 timeout remaining.
Well, unless the Blazers allow them to get the ball up quickly and score, Mike.
They can call a timeout and advance the ball. And Miller hits a pair. 2 clutch free throws. Mike D'Antoni calls timeout. That's their final timeout. They're down 4 with 5.9 remaining. And the Knicks on the verge of a heartbreaking loss here in the home opener.
So now the Knicks need a quick score, and then we start this all over again. Looking to foul, hope they miss. So,
as D'Antoni draws up a play, we'll have our Unstoppable play brought to you by Unstoppable, November 12th, only in theaters.
Well, unfortunately, it was a stoppable play. He was open, and then he wasn't open. Batum rise into the occasion. He's 6'8", Felton 6'1". He's able to deny him.
If you're the Knicks right now, what you have to do is score immediately and then foul immediately. Hope for some kind of last-minute desperation.
And if you're the Blazers, obviously you want to try to deny the 3-ball and don't foul.
Chandler will inbound. Stoudemire gets it, fakes, puts up the 3, won't go, and that will do it. Batum the rebound. He's fouled by Douglas with 1.7 remaining. And the Knicks will lose a heartbreaking game in their home opener. As Portland, meanwhile, for the 3rd straight game, they'll go to 3-0 all 3 games. Big runs in the 4th quarter to come from behind and win. Mike McMillan's team now 3-0.
Nick crowd meandering, wondering how this one could slip away.
Again, a 9-point lead with 5.5 remaining. And the Knicks in the last 5.5 minutes with only 3 points. They missed 9 of their last 10 from the field and missed a bunch of free throws as well. In the fourth quarter, 3 for 8 from the free throw line. Tough finish for the Knicks. As Amari Stoudemire and his teammates lose at home for the first time in the home opener. A 17-3 run to end the game. And Brandon Roy and the Blazers continue their excellent start to the season. Roy had 29 points. Andre Miller was huge, 19 points, 10 of it in the fourth, plus he had 10 assists.
And the Knicks squander another brilliant effort by Chandler, coming off the bench very provocatively.
Final score, the Blazers 100.